Hey, what is up YouTube? My name is Athieno and welcome to the smoke setup and the roam setup for Oregon Basement. So if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button and let's get right into it. So first, when you spawn in a smoke, you want to make the freezer holes. So these holes are not really meant for a rotate, but they're mostly meant for just head holes. That way you're in the hallway, you can swing on the person like this. But in case you lose control of freezer, which you will, they can't hop over through this. They have to use their own utility. Most of the time, if they're coming down, it's going to be like an Iona and they can't come through this. So they're forced to go all the way here to the door where they're exposed to multiple angles. Just know these freeze holes work both sides. Be careful. Next up, but it is optional if you want to make it a little hole like this. That way you can vault over. So for example, if they're not hitting freezer and they're doing a backside take, then that's when you can make the hole like this, but it's really up to you. Second hole you want to be making is a four hole rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you should be able to hop through this. And then this one kind of, I use 6 pellets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then obviously, if you have a little bit of holes, you can just adjust it. But it helps me save ammo. That way you're not making, do not make the whole rotate. It's just a waste of ammo and time. Just make it small enough to where you can just, skinny it. Second up, 4 bullets. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you miss it, then, go for that. But the rotates, as long as you're able to just get through it efficiently, don't worry too much about making a huge hole. Just make it very nice and simple. Then after that, you will put your shield. Do not put your shield like this. Don't do this because 1, it's a little far up. 2, you can't really adjust the Jaeger devices because the whole point of this shield, yeah, it looks nice attached to this, but you want to back it up. That way Jaeger can put his devices down and it can actually get caught right here. So you back it up just a little bit. Then you allow space for peeking on the left side of the shield, and you can put Jaeger devices right there. So remember, always put the shield like this. Next up, we have T1 holes. So this is a little new, but it's starting to become a default thing. But you would make not head holes, but you would make it a little bit higher than head holes because you're trying to aim for the tower staircase. So these holes are directed towards the staircases down there. The next holes you would make are head holes, not a rotate, but head holes like we said on freezer. There's a lot of head holes on the site and it's important that you make them correctly. Next up, it's optional if you want to do these holes right here like this. That way you can sit on E-Bucks or get a nice long angle. But personally, I recommend reinforcing this off. So those are all the holes that we can make, and it might seem like I did a lot, but you would start out lying right here, then you make the rotate here, and then you would make this rotate right here. You make this rotate right here, make these holes and these holes. These are optional, but most of the time you shouldn't be the one reinforcing. But if you have extra time, which you will have extra time, help out your teammates with some reinforcements like here on elbow, and the left or right side of box. It really just depends, personal preference, which side you want it. And then lastly, freezer right here. As smoke, about most of the time you shouldn't be getting the hatches. You should be making the holes and reinforcing on site. Let the other people like Wamai who don't have a setup, make them go get the hatches and you'll be set down here. And by the time you're done setting all this up, you would come back to your shield and your position is playing elbow. Now all you're doing is you want to lean like this and look straightly through the slat right here. This way you can see when drones start coming in, you can peek out and destroy their drones. It might not be, the most fun, but the more drones you collect, the harder and the slower the enemy will attack. So what you could do, you could send like little warning shots like this, just kind of really assert your dominance in a way, just really just get, warm up your shot so when they start sprinting through, you can easily headshot them. Now, you want to be careful of Flores drones and Twitch drones coming to aim towards your shield. I would recommend a mute jammer to counter the Flores drones right on top. Flores cannot destroy your you cannot destroy your shield if there's a mute jammer right behind your shield. Twitch drones, you just need to shoot them before they get past this mark before destroying all the Jaeger devices. But with all of this clear, the attackers have to one by one have to peek out to burn you, right? So as the Jaeger devices are catching on, you can actually throw a smoke grenade right at that tarp door right here. And this will basically just smoke them off, and they are not going to try to burn this. You're going to stall them out. A smoke grenade lasts 10 seconds. A Jaeger device resets in 10 seconds. So by smoking them off, they either take a lot of damage and destroy a shield possibly, or second, they back off and they have to reset the burn. And they use double utility, and it just forces them to really mess up. And then that's just the power of a smoke grenade. If you guys want to watch my 100 hours of smoke, I give you guys all my advanced tips on there. Be sure to check that out. And it's just I show you guys how to use smoke grenades to position yourself better and how you can better play this elbow shield. Now, let's say your elbow shield gets destroyed. You have to know when you need to retreat. If they seem like they have a very strong burn going on, don't be afraid. Just back off the shield and then let them destroy the shield. And then now what you could do is reinforce off elbow, or you could fake it and then hold it with the shotgun and bait them to come here. Then you can shotgun them, but it's safer to just reinforce it off. So let's say now we're at that point in the round where we're reinforce off elbow. Now we're stuck here, and now we force the enemies to come through pillar side. A good position for smoke is either playing close on this doorway right here for, you know, people coming into E-box. You can shotgun them, or you can swing out this way. You can really get creative with your smokes. Your smokes can go anywhere. So if you want to deny a certain area, use your smokes. But if you want to deny plant, you know, use your smokes for the default plant like this. So a very common spot for a smoke predator to play is behind this shelf, because it's safe and you're closer to the default plant to basically deny anything, and you have the shotgun for close range. So it's a very strong smoke spot. Let's say someone else is already playing there. What you can do is back up the closet like this. Or the pixel angle, you can smoke off from here. You can even, you know, rotate over here and then push the hallway. You know, you can get innovative with it. Or you can even go freezer. You know, the possibilities are endless. It really depends on where your teammates are and where you feel like the shotgun will work best in. And don't be afraid if they seem like they're setting up and you feel like you're not going to win the round. If you see the opportunity, you can pull out your shotgun, and when they are scrambling in pillar, you can just swing this with confidence and boom, shotgun anybody that comes through here. Be careful though, it is a very aggressive peek. You don't want to get caught off guard by someone holding a long angle, so it's very situational, but it's something you can consider because you have a very strong kit. Use it to your advantage. That is the smoke setup for the anchor. Now let's get on to the roam for the basement of Organ. If you guys made it this far into the video, I would appreciate if you left a like. It would really mean a lot to me and help these videos get spread out more. Alright, for the roam, we're actually going to try someone Aruni. Aruni is very strong on a map like Oregon, especially in the laundry basement site, because her gates are huge entry to denial. And considering the fact that the resettable is very, very good too. Now, similar to smoke, Aruni can make great rotates, so what you could do is just make the same rotates that I showed with the anchor. You know, these same ones. And you have the freezer holes like this. Then you can make holes over here like that. And then helping out with the rotate. I don't advise that you actually be the one making rotates. I mean, you can help make them out, but you should leave this job to one of your shotgun players instead. So the first Aruni gate is going to go on E-box store. The reason behind this is because it's a very highly contested spot for attackers to come plant here and just to basically enter the site. It's a very strong one. The second one we're going to be doing is the pillar double. Pillar double, again, it's basically the entryway for them not getting past this hallway. Now, depending on the push, if they seem to be attacking a lot on the pillar side, then you can put the gates on this tarp door right here, or you could also put another gate, you know, on this door as well. It really just depends on where they seem to be attacking from. And if you ever need to pick them up, don't be afraid to go and pick up ones that are not effective and go move them across the map to the other bomb site where it's more effective. Another strong one would be for E-box hatch, but those are all the gates I would recommend if they're trying to push the backside. almost every single one of these doorways works, so get creative with it. And if they're going for a front side take, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put a Aruni gate on this laundry double right here, because people will have to scramble last minute and they're gonna have to go through a gate, and it'll be a lot harder for them to come through. The second one you could do, we could literally make it like a jail, because they can't walk through the freezer holes, but if you put one right here, then they're gonna be really stuck. But the reason that this Aruni gate isn't too popular is because by the time they reach this point of the map, they might have more control than you might want them to. But it's very situational. If you really back up and let them cross into here, then you have yourself the advantage. But like I said, just get creative with your gates. They can work on almost every door, especially on this bomb site where it's very doorway heavy. And the reinforcements that you would be getting is just filling in the ones that I showed you with smoke. Is that wall, this wall. You could reinforce this wall on E-Box, this wall too. You know, just fill in, and if you can, maybe grab a hatch or two, help out, but you do have a long setup time, so just be careful. And if you see your smoke or your shotgun player not making enough rotates, just, you know, be a good teammate, help them out a little bit, make the holes for them, and they'll make their life a lot easier. All right, now, even though this is the roam, this bomb site does not require a roam. But you can roam at every bomb site, but especially on a site where laundry is so big, honestly, having all 5 players down in sight is honestly still pretty good. But for the sake of it, this is also a little roam thing I like to do as well. Honestly, your favorite roam op can work on this. What you would first be doing is the last 10 seconds of the round, you want to be done with your setup, done reinforcing, and come up freezer stairs. Now, you want to start around shower, dining to shower hall side. So this is kind of like the red line, I would say. You can still go past here, but you're kind of overextending here unless you're trying to collect a drone. So your first objective in the first, 2 minute, 50 second in the round, you want to collect as many drones as you can coming through the drone hole, coming through dining, and all that kind of stuff. And then eventually they shoot the shower cam is a sign you need to start backing up. You can hold this pixel angle right here. You can shoot the drones, keep backing up. You could come down here. But the thing is, hiding in security, you can make yourself rotate, but you're kind of trapping yourself in here. So it's better if you just shoot the drones and then come back to freezer. Now, you're still playing sight, but you captured some sort of value from the other team. And then you could just take you can just keep going, honestly, one room back. You get backed up here, you move down to the staircase, you get back to the staircase, you just move halfway down. You see, it's just backstepping and making them slow down. And after that, you would just fill into the hallway right here. You would use these long angles that we created. You could sit pillar, try to contest, you can go blue top door. So honestly, a roam is not really needed on this bomb site. But roams always can work out anywhere you go, but these are just, normal things you can try. Now, let's say they're not hitting shower side. Let's say they're not hitting shower side, so what do you do from there? Let's say if you go up tower this round, I would check for any pre-placed drones on top of here. You could come up here, there's someone in this box right here. Look for pre-placed drones that they think are safe. But if you collect those, that's pretty huge. One thing you could do, you could start meeting. You could start tower. You could collect drones from there. You could start green hall double. It's really just, you want to focus on collecting the first wave of drones and possibly even finding a free kill. But your main objective is to not stay up here with your life. If anything, you should be influenced to start moving back to site. So eventually, when you start getting pushed out, you can just go down main stairs. If there's no one's outside main door, then I would recommend going through green hall, going through kitchen, and then going down freezer stairs. There's 3 staircases, and most of the time attacks only come from 1, maybe 2 sides. So you want to be careful about where you rotate and not run into any cutoffs. So the whole purpose of any roam, you could collect maybe 2 to 3 drones and then just come back to site. Then people will get a little scared, oh, this guy is getting aggressive on the staircase. Can someone watch? You're just slowing the enemy down. Your main goal on this roam, especially for this bomb site, you don't need to chase frags. You don't really need to do that. But this is a pretty bunkery site, so you don't have to worry too much about that. And now let's say you're bunkered up and then you see they're doing a full backside take, but there's kind of two different ways. There's only two different ways that attacks come out. It's either a freezer main push or it's a full bunker tower stairs tower take. Sometimes people might mix it up. They might like send someone go down freeze, one go down T1 and one go bunker. So it's really just trying to eliminate the spots of where they are not coming from and just narrowing it down and making it more simple. That way, let's say if they're doing a full bunker tick as the roamer, you know, the person that can be a little more loose rather than smoke who has to stay on site, you can be the person that says, okay, let's see. Oh, main lobby cam is still up. It looks like they're not really attacking the side of the building. And that allows you to, for free, flank up freezer. And I only advise that you flank up around maybe like 30 seconds left in the round, because they're going to be hard watching their flank. So be careful of the path you take, but this is where you can start killing people on the hatch and really take advantage of them, of the map control that they didn't take over. And then late, you could even possibly drop this hatch and then, you know, surprise someone from here, you know, hit them from above. So that is a possibility that I think anybody can really do as the roamer. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and share with your friends. Save it if you want to, you know, look back on this and try it into your rank game. Let me know if it works out. If it doesn't work out, just comment to me. I'll respond to it. Don't forget to subscribe. We just hit 150,000. It's huge. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.